Hi. Today, my presentation is going to be on racism, Brexit, and education, and how that all ties into diversity here in the UK. All right. Well, first, since I'm in the UK, um, I'm going to explain what Brexit is in case there's anyone that doesn't know. But basically, in June of 2016, the UK held a vote to determine if they wanted to stay in the European Union or to basically become their own sovereign block of countries. For people that don't know, England's obviously England, uh, but the UK also consists of countries Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. And when the UK voted, all of those countries left. Now, we're going to start by did racism play a hand in Brexit? And I'll explain why I'm bringing this up later, but basically, what we have is figures here that show after Brexit happened that hate crimes against EU nationals increased. As you can see from the chart here, year over year, they kept increasing. And if we have a comparison for the states, unfortunately, when Trump was elected, we also saw an increase in nationalism and hate crime, and we saw the same thing here in the UK after Brexit. Now, we're supposed to tie this all into education. So, how this impacts the educators. As you can see, 1 in 6 UK teachers are from the EU. So that's quite a large amount of teachers. The UK already had a shortage of around 3,000 teachers, and the UK government um, has estimated that that number will increase triple. So we can go from 3 to a 9,000 teacher shortage. Um, Diversity in terms of recruiting new teachers is also expected to drop because it's going to be a lot harder for uh, educators in the EU to apply and become educators in the UK. Whereas before we had this thing, freedom of movement, where if you were registered to teach in another country, you can simply come over to the UK day one and get hired. But now that's going to be different. And if they're registered to teach in another country, they're going to have to do what I did as not in the EU. And I had to come over here and do my own student teaching again after I've already done it in Texas. As you can see, also for the students, around 10% of UK students are EU nationals. So enrollment in uh, primary and secondary school is expected to drop, but also in the UK universities. Uh, what's this going to mean? We lose out on diversity. The UK losing out on teachers and students. We're bound to see um, a drop in diversity. Why? Because all those students are and teachers are forced to leave. Um, as educators, we need to be mindful on the negative impact that that has. We've studied this in the course already, that diversity has a positive impact not only on students' educational outcomes, but on their mental health as well. And, when students see someone teaching that looks like them or sounds like them or whatever, it helps them learn. I mean, it gives them a passion to, hey, they're just like me. I can do this. And we're going to lose out on a large portion of that. Uh, I've been in the UK personally since 2018. I came out here to meet my wife, whom, well, I'm married, call her my wife. But then I started my PGCSE, which is the teacher training course, in 2019. So that was a year of student teaching. And then I started here. My first year was 2020 in January, right before Brexit hit. But during my student teaching, I asked other teachers about Brexit, and they told me that they have seen a rise in bullying against EU students by UK students. And why should we worry? Well, we should all be worried about bullying. We should all worry about the fact that diversity is a proven enhancement to education, and we're losing out on that. Um, there was a bunch of studies that showed, when when male teachers taught primary school, that the positive role model that male students had, it increased their educational outcomes as well. Now, I'm not saying that male or female are better teachers, but we can go back to when a diverse student sees someone like them teaching. It's just a natural instinct for us to latch on to similar things. So when we see those, we become more comfortable, more relaxed, better educational outcomes for the students. What can be done? Unfortunately, there's not much you can do to reverse Brexit. It's the thing, it's happened, and that's just how it's going to be. But COVID has taught us a very important lesson. You don't have to be in the same room with people to learn. Obviously, all of us teachers, we love, in-class interaction. And one day we'll return to that. But what I don't want us to do is forget the educational advantages that we have learned from technology. When you think of diversity, obviously one of the things that comes to mind is, the mixing of cultures. Well, because of Brexit, that's one aspect that we lost. But with technology, it's opened up to everyone, not just UK students, but US students. We can have days where classes that are studying similar things, maybe you can reach out to another teacher in another country, match up a lesson plan or something where the students can work together with students from around the world. Here listed, I have US, Germany, Russia, Uganda, the Middle East, anywhere. So now, a rural school in Kentucky can now have students that learn along with students in Africa. It is something they would never experience and something they can grow on. These are my references. I'm sorry it's a little bit long. I've actually done this multiple times. um, but while I'm saddened about the outcome of Brexit, I'm actually really excited on where technology can take diversity. I think it can, as my other slide showed, where one door closes, the internet technology has opened an endless amount of doors. And as teachers, I think we need to consider latching onto that. And in places where diversity didn't used to be a thing, it's now in abundance. Thank you.